In GitHub, there are multiple people working on the same code. Example, we have one website. For that website, there are many developers working on the same code. Developer A, developer B, developer C. There will be n number of developers working on the same website. So all of the people will have their own branch, which we have discussed in the earlier lecture. Please watch the earlier videos for the complete understanding of this topic. They are working on their own branch, but you can say there is a common online branch where the updated code is stored. Whenever developer have to work in the code, he pulls the code from the online and create a copy in his local computer and then do the changes. Let's understand this concept by using the practical. For example, let's create a one dummy repository. I believe you all have the account in the GitHub. So go to the GitHub and add the create new repository. In the new repository, name it something like GitHub practice. Okay. Now this should be off. Everything should be off. Now create a repo. Now again I am saying we are using the Anaconda Jupyter Notebook only for the nodes. In the first step, what we have done, we have created a dummy repository in GitHub. Repository is a kind of you can say folder where your all code will be stored. So this dummy repository GitHub practice, for example, let's take it. GitHub practice is a dummy repository. Assume this as the code for your website. So whenever any developer has to do some changes in this code, he will pull this code in his local system and create a branch over it, then will do some changes. For example, Amit has to do some changes and add a new feature, new button in the website. So he will pull out the code from the online and then create a branch, new branch, and inside that branch he will do some changes. After doing changes, he will merge his branch to the main branch and then pull the main branch to the main GitHub practice, like the main code which is stored online. This can be quite confusing right now. Let's do some practical, then only we can understand the complete fundamentals of it. So in the first step, what we have done, we have created a dummy repository in GitHub. Now I have copied the path. Let's open the command prompt. Go to this address. Okay. Now check the current branch, in which branch we are working right now. Right now there are two branches, main and the feature contact page. Feature contact page which we have used earlier in the earlier lecture. We don't require right now this. You can delete this branch safely. Feature contact page. Our main branch is the main, in which we have been doing work. Now for check, like there is no uncommit changes here or the unmerged changes. So this branch is clean. Main branch is clean right now. Now we will check whether any remote branch is connected with it or not. We didn't get any output, so it means we don't have any remote branch connected. Remote branch means we don't have any online branch copy in our local system. Okay. Now we want to add the online branch, so online repository in our local system. What we have to do, get remote add origin. What we are saying here, we are saying through the git command, we are adding origin as this online branch. So in the origin, this will be stored. Which branch? 78/github practice.git. Now let's check if we have any GitHub practice. Yes, we do have GitHub practice right now. Now when you press the enter, then it will download that branch from the online and make a copy in our local system. Okay. Now again run the git remote. Now you will see we have the remote branch available. Now in the origin we have stored this online branch. Now in your system, your main branch will be master, not the main. In my system, it is main because I have already renamed it to the renamed from the master to the main branch. But in your system, when you will check, you will get the branch as master. Okay, that is not the correct. So what you have to do, you have to first rename that branch. Rename the main branch, master branch to the main. Okay, just rename the master branch to the main. How we will do that? For checkout to the main branch, which you are already there. Okay, and then use this command get branch hyphen capital M main. So what it will do? It will rename the master to the main. And why we are doing this? Because in the online repository, your branch will be stored as the main, not the master. Now what we are doing in our local repository, we have done some changes. Okay, we have earlier code and all these things. Now we want to push these changes to the online repository. How we will do that? Git push u origin main. What it is doing? It is pushing the changes to the origin. Origin is the online repository. Okay, in the online repository, it is pushing the changes which you have done in the local system and to which branch? Main branch. Now there is one point. If you are doing it first time, then it will ask the authentication. Now go to the code, refresh the page. Now you can see earlier there was no code, but when you have pushed the changes from your local branch, local main to the origin is the online branch. You can see all the changes, all the files which you have in the local copied to the online branch. Now assume many developers are working on this branch. Now they can push the changes here. Now there's one confusing concept. We are using the main branch, okay? We are using the origin/main and then the origin. There are three same kind of things. First one is the main, okay? Second is the origin and third is the origin/main. So main is the local branch in which you have work, and when you finalize that work, then you can push that changes to the main repository. That is your local branch in which you are doing the change. Origin, what is the origin? Origin is just the nickname of our GitHub repository. Like origin, we set the origin above. We have set the origin. In the origin, we are storing this online repository. Instead of using this URL every time, we are using the origin as a variable or a nickname to this URL. And origin hyphen main is, you can assume it as like the local memory of the online repository. Now one question arises, how this is different to this? Look, what is the main branch? Main branch is the, you can assume it is like the local copy of your online repository. But here you are doing the changes directly. Origin main is also the copy of the online GitHub repository, but here you don't do the changes. You just refresh this branch, main branch in which you are doing changes to this branch. Whenever there is any changes in the online repository, you first pull those changes here in the origin main, and then to the origin main, you pull those changes to your working branch. This is the flow. Let's assume this is the online repository. To the online repository, pull the changes to the origin main. And after that, you pull the changes in your working directory or the main branch. Okay. Now let's come to the most important topic, fetch versus pull. Because as we know, in the main origin, which is stored on the online repository, the online repository, many people are working. For example, Amit, Sumit, Rasmi are working on the same online repository. So Amit had done some changes. Now Sumit want to pull those changes in his local system. Then how he will do that? Let's check this. There are two commands to do this. Git fetch. What will do? Git fetch. Git fetch will download all the changes to the origin main, but not to your working branch. Now when we want to pull the changes from the online repository to our local system, there are two set of commands, fetch and pull. First understand the fetch. what fetch will do? Fetch will download the changes to the origin main, not your work in Red branch. Only the origin main. Okay, let's try this command. Okay, so git fetch origin, what will do? It will only copy the new changes to our origin main, which is stored in our local system. But to fetch the changes in our working directory, what we have to do? We have to use the git pull. We can directly use the git pull command. Okay. Now there is one important concept here. Right now we are working on which branch? Main. That's why these two codes, git fetch origin, because in the online system also the main branch is this one, main. So whenever you use the git fetch or git pull, then main branch will be updated. But in the real case, what we do, we create a branch, sub branch out of main. But in the real practice, what we do, we create a sub branch out of main, like this. Feature underscore, for example, ABC. This is our sub branch which we have created out of main. Now, if you use the git fetch origin, then it will update the origin main only, not this branch, feature ABC. And when you will use the git pull also, then it will update this branch if multiple people are working on this. If it is available online, this branch, then only it will be updated, else it will not be updated. Okay. Now the again next concept comes, if you want to remove the origin, it's a simple command, git remove origin. By this your repo will be removed from the local system. Now if you check, now there is no origin available. Now the concept comes of cloning. Look, there can be some confusion, like what is the difference between git remote and the clone? So assume git remote is used when you have the local repository already available. Your local project is already there. For example, you are working on something and you have created your local files and everything. Now you want to upload those files to the system. Then you can use the git remote. Okay. And there are multiple people also working on the same project, and they have the local system available there, local project. So they can use the git remote and they can upload their code to the online system. Now git clone. In the user practical practice, git clone is used because already there is the online project available. Online project is available, just you have to copy the code in your local system. For example, you are a new joinee in the company and this is your first day. So you will use the git clone. Why? Because already there is the code available there. You will copy that code to your local system, then you will create a branch out of it and will do the changes. Getting my point? And git remote is used, for example, there is any startup and first time they are doing some changes or they are doing the code, pushing the code to the GitHub, then they can use the git remote. Now let's do the changes. First of all, let's create one repository online. This is the same process which we have done earlier. Already there is one repository available. Clone example. So I don't need to create that repository. Here you will use the command git clone, then the URL of the repository online. Remember, your repository should be public, or if it is not public, then it will ask you the authentication and all these things. Now if you go to the folder, you will see this repository already available. Now everything, even git will be initialized there. You don't have to do anything, just you will do the git clone. Now you can create the branch out of it, feature branch or the bug branch, and then do some changes there. In the practical case, we mostly use the git clone and then create the branch. Git remote is used when you are doing the changes first time. Look, just now clone example has been created, and if you will see, git is also initialized here, .git. Okay. While cloning the repository, what you are doing, you are creating the copy of the online code. In the 99% of case, we will use the cloning part, because code is already available in the industry. Just we are pulling that code in our local system and creating a branch out of it and then doing some changes. Git remote is used when you are working on your some local project, okay, and you want to upload that project in the online. And you know, in the most of the industry, already there is the project available online. Just we have to copy that and do some changes in that. Git remote can be used when you are using some academic project or your personal project. For that you can use the Git remote. But for the industry professionals, Git clone is the main code. Now what's the process? Already we have cloned this repository. Now first we will check whether it is connected with the remote or not. Okay. So now it is already connected with the remote. If it is not connected, then what you have to do? You have to just add this command: git remote add origin http github.com and your the repository URL. If it is not connected, then what you have to do? You have to use the git remote add origin command. In that you can pass the repository URL. To that your repository will be connected to a local system. Now check out the main branch. We are already on the main, okay. Now create new branch, git checkout B, let's name the feature ABC. Switch to a new branch, okay. Now what we have to do? We have to git pull origin main. Now git pull origin, what it has done? It has pulled the online project, online repository to the our local repository. If there are any changes, then it will automatically update those changes to our local system. Look, we didn't do any changes, so it is already up to date. Now question arises, this is the main branch, and usually we don't work in the main branch. We create a branch out of it, for example feature /ABC, and we work on that sub branch. Okay. Now you want to update that sub branch. How we will do that? We will check out to that branch, hit checkout feature /ABC. Okay, we are already on the feature ABC. Now we will merge this with the main. What it will do? It will merge the changes from our main branch to our working directory. What is the working branch? Feature underscore ABC. So it will bring all the changes from main to the feature /ABC. Okay, already up to date. For the more details on the merge command, we will cover that in the next lecture. It is a complete lecture for the merge command. Okay. Right now just understand it is merging the main branch changes to the working feature /ABC. For any question, you can ask me in the comment box or you can mail me. Thank you.